Alright. So this is going to be kind of a quick video. I just wanted to showcase in a quick tutorial how I uh, basically identify entries. And what I mean by that is, when do I know it's safe, quote unquote, to enter a position, to take a trade? And what does that mean, right? Well, based on what I do, I buy to open, as they would say, option contracts. I buy to open positions in the U.S. stock market by purchasing option contracts. Okay, so by going to, for example, RobinHood is the app of choice. And this is what I used to use Thinkorswim, by the way. Some of you may be familiar with it. But I use Robinhood now. It's super simple. I'm here on just the base page. I won't even log in. But long story short, right? Same way it shows here, buy, call, right? Or buy, I would keep this highlighted always. This is how I trade. I always have buys highlighted or selected, and then either buy calls or buy puts. If you don't know what calls or puts are, you should watch my other tutorial video explaining that. But essentially, that is what I mean when I say enter a position. How do I know when it's safe to enter a position? How do I know when it's safe to buy either call option contracts or buy put option contracts, right? So the example we're going to go with today is today's play of the day, my daily outlooks in the private server I run, Insane Investments, with a couple of buddies of mine. And so again, this morning, for example, at 8:43, almost 15 minutes after the market opens, which again, most cases, I am not trading as soon as the market opens. It is risky. In my opinion, in my experience, I normally wait for price to move above or below the prices that I have analyzed, right, through technical analysis. So again, what is technical analysis? It's a lot, and that's the skill that I use to trade, right? How do I know when it's safe to trade? Well, when my technical analysis is confirming a position, then I would look to enter a trade. And again, so I mentioned above and below. So for this example, QQQ today, we had it below, right? Because there's always two options in the stock market. It's either up or down, and the other option would be, quote unquote, no entry, or sitting on cash, as some people say. It just means price is really trading sideways. There's not much opportunity, and if there is opportunity, it's risky because price is more so trading within a range, meaning there's a set high, a set low that is being respected, a floor or a ceiling, support being the floor, right, resistance being the ceiling. And so ceiling, floor here, you could see those as my above and below levels, right? So when price is trading sideways, I would not look to enter a position. I would look to just wait to see until my technical analysis gives me confirmation based on the levels that I select. So again, based on my years experience and all the L's I've taken, all the W's I've taken, I've learned that it is best to have technical analysis be the basis for my trades, and then I have above or below, right? Very simple, up or down, calls up or puts down. And so when do I enter actually the contract? Well, again, there's no perfect time, right? Like, there's never gonna be a guarantee that, it goes above here, it's gonna stay above here and keep going forever, right? That's not how the stock market works. You have to monitor your positions, right? If you just enter a position and forget about it, you're going to end up losing money because you're most likely missing the opportunity to sell and profit. So anytime I enter a position, I'm actively monitoring my position. Even if I'm, busy with real estate or just family, and I want to trade that day, if I've entered a trade, I'm going to set alarms. I'm going to keep watching the charts in my case because I understand technical analysis, and this is how I monitor my positions. But if you're new and for example, you're in my server and you're wondering, what do I do? Again, you're going to look to the above or below levels here in the daily plays. So for QQQ today, we set above 604.97. So that means here on the right-hand side of the screen, you can see the prices of where QQQ, in this case, you see it up top there, is trading at. And so this morning, when I posted the outlook, took this screenshot, it looks like it was 8:42 a.m. and QQQ was trading around 603.24. Well, this light blue dotted line up here is the level that I want to see QQQ go above. And if it goes above there, I personally would decide to potentially enter a call, meaning I would go to Robinhood, be like, okay, I'm in Robinhood now because I saw QQQ and the levels that I have, it is above, right, in this case. So I would go to Robinhood and buy a call. But again, I base my entry on technical analysis. That's what helps me decide whether it's safe or not. Okay, and so I kind of done that homework or hard work for you here. But again, it's the responsibility of the trader, of the investor, right? I can't give you financial advice. I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm giving you what I'm going to do, right? So above here, I would probably take an entry for calls and ride it up in profit. Once I'm in profit, I would close. Whatever that is for you, profit, whatever that looks like, $5, $100, $1,000, great, do that for you. I will never ever tell you when to sell. But I'll tell you, if you ask me, hey Vic, did you close your position? I'll tell you if I closed, if I sold my contracts that I bought and I'm no longer in a position. I have no problem doing that. And in fact, I have updates in my server where sometimes I'll post profit updates and just show you guys, hey, I'm out, I've taken my money, I ran. And the people in my server know that. There's some posts I'll normally alert people. So let's say it's the opposite, right? Instead of price going up, QQQ at was at 6:03.24 again at 8:42 a.m. this morning. Let's say at 8:55 a.m. we're actually seeing QQQ trade below our lower level, and so again I show it here above 604.97 was the light blue dotted line, below 598.63, right? So the opposite of calls, right? Which is going up. I would look to purchase puts or buy put option contracts when price is holding below here, okay? And so when I say holding below, what I am looking for, me personally, what I look for, you enter when you want to, based on my technical analysis, based on my experience, I look for something called confirmation. So we're going to switch over to the charts here really quick. Again, I'm trying to keep this video short. I apologize, but I'm really good at rambling and just talking. So let me delete this so I don't confuse you really quick. Here is QQQ, okay? And so again, when I posted that screenshot, really only this candle was showing, right? And so let's do the replay button. It looked like something like this in the morning here. We're going to have it play, and so there's price playing out. We're gonna go play, and then fast forward. There was, why are we on Tesla now? So that's so weird that it actually changed stocks completely. Went from QQQ to Tesla. Great, of course that would happen in the video. Okay, sorry guys. Let's see if we can try this again, because for some reason that didn't work. So let's go again. It was replay, right? Okay. So this is, let's do this actually. This is what price looked like when I posted the screenshot for QQQ today, okay? So what happened? How would I have taken position or entry, right? Let's press play and I'll tell you. So right here, we see the second candle of the day forming, boom. All right, let's pause it here. This is a great example of what I want to see when I mean confirmation or price holding, okay? So again, sometimes we'll have a huge candle appear, right? And that's what I would call momentum or candle moving fast. But basically what has happened here is, again, we're on the 15-minute time frame, which means each of these candles is worth 15 minutes of time. So by 9 a.m. when this candle started, because this candle was, again, 9 a.m. all the way to 9:15 a.m. As you see here, this next candle starts at 9:15. This one finishes because we're on the 15-minute time frame. So this candle here at 9 a.m. started to basically sell below our level, right? Below 598.63. QQQ started to sell below there around 9 a.m. So that could be your potential entry. It's up to you to watch these, to monitor the levels. So ask me questions if you want during the live markets. I will respond ASAP if I can, when I can. Sometimes I am busy, but I do post plays each day, God willing. And the reason I've circled this here is because, if you're an experienced trader, you know that the best entry matters, okay? If you're not experienced, if you have no idea what I'm talking about still, let me just recap really quick, very quick. I want to make money above here if price goes up here, okay, above this blue dotted line, or I want to make money down here below this blue dotted line, okay? But the portion I've circled here is actually a better time to buy the put contracts here in the stock market, in my opinion, than it is to buy here. It's more than opinion, it's fact. If I was to buy puts down here essentially price from this point here started to move up, as we can see, right? Price went up around 9:30. And so if I bought a put down here and price started to move up, again, I only make money when puts go down, or price goes down, excuse me. In this case, QQQ, the price of QQQ is going down, but it started to go back up. So if I bought a put down here, which again, put contracts only make money if price is going down, I'd be losing money actually until price started to sell back down and kind of get down to that area where I entered and hopefully below it, so I'm more in profit. But again, I circled this area because this pullback, as we call it, okay, price pulled back to our downside or sell side or below level. This is a great example also because not every day is perfect, right, in the stock market. And this is a great example of a play that probably needed to be held. What I mean by that is you purchase a put, let's say down here, you're losing money as it goes up, but price starts to come back down, and you're like, okay, maybe I can sell down here, make some money back, hopefully make profit. If not, maybe just lose $1 or $2, whatever your risk level is, okay? But again, best entry, I would have bought puts probably here, ideally, if in a perfect world, if I knew price was pulling back, but sometimes you don't know, and you buy whenever you want. Okay, I can't tell you when, but there is opportunity to make money. Let's say if you bought around here, let's say at around 9:05 a.m., right? That QQQ was right underneath our blue dotted line. You could enter there, and at this point, by 9:15 a.m., you would be in profit. You would have made money because price sold a couple of dollars. Looks like $3.50. There would have been a good amount of profit for QQQ puts here. However, let's say you're not as experienced, you forgot to set an alarm, you forgot to watch, you bought a put, and you didn't sell for profit, price pulls back, now you're negative. Unfortunately for QQQ today, let's hit the play button again, price pulled back. Okay, but again, how would I trade this? Me personally, let's say I didn't take profit down here, which you totally could have. There was opportunity to take profit, and price pulled back on me. Now it's somewhere up here in this area, as you can see, which is actually in between our levels, right? So I've got my above, I've got my below, and price is actually right in between those two, okay? In a perfect world, price is, let's say you bought puts, right? Price is just going to come back down and sell, and you'll make money. That's perfect world, but we can't predict. We don't know what's going to happen. You don't know. So the risk, right, is to enter whenever price is cheapest, essentially, when it's cheapest to enter, right? You buy cheap, and you sell when you've made money. When price has gone up, now your cheap contract is expensive. And when I say price going up, I mean the value of your contract, right? In this case, price is going down, but you can make money in the stock market by trading option contracts. Even when price goes down, you can make money, and it's called trading put contracts. So again, price pulled back. Unfortunately, this is just what happens sometimes. However, let's say you decided to keep holding. Why would you do that? Because price hasn't gone up here. So if I entered puts down here, price has just pulled back to the middle ground, I don't have to worry really. In my opinion, this is how I trade. I'm not worried about closing my sell until price gets above the above level. I don't care about calls until we're up here, okay? Since we're not there, I would just continue to hold, okay? And yes, I'm losing money probably. Oh no, I'm negative. But look at what happens if we keep holding, okay? This is what happened later in the day. Time goes on. Candles, right? Price, okay? Price trading sideways. This is what we call trading sideways, right? And then oh wow, it's picking a direction again, maybe. Oh, it popped back up the below level, and it's still going. Here's our below level again, right? And look at that. Look at what happens. So, God willing, okay? God willing, tomorrow morning, which is going to be this orange area right here, blue means the market is closed. Fortunately, you can't sell here, right? Even if you're in profit. But hopefully, tomorrow morning, we will see QQQ maybe pull back and continue the sell-off. That would be perfect. Wherever price is tomorrow, you have to check your position on whatever app you trade, right? Like I use Robinhood to trade option contracts. And you would have to see where your position is. Are you negative? Are you positive? Maybe you sold over here yesterday, so you don't have to worry or keep watching. You can just wait for a new position. But again, I'm using this as an example because this was today's play. There was opportunity for profit. That's why I had this little showcase here. It's showing you basically two different boxes. The dark blue box is where, you could say your stop loss is, or the risk is, you're losing, you're negative here. The green, hopefully, is profits. How is this profit? It's because of the line in between the two. So we see dark blue, light blue. In between the two is this little line. That little line represents where you buy your contract. In this case, it would be a put contract, right? I'm trading option contracts in the stock market. I would look for puts because price actually went below my below level. I make money on put contracts when price goes down, so this is perfect. However, it pulled back. Oh no, it's trading sideways. But again, I personally, would not exit here, right? I'm risking it for the biscuit in this case because I trust my technical analysis. I've done the work. The experience is there. And then here's that continuation sell-off, which is great. Hopefully, let's say you bought a put today off the plays and you held overnight, and hopefully, because we don't know what's going to happen, hopefully price stays around here tomorrow. So price opens up around here and then it continues lower would be ideal scenario, right? You're making money. You held your puts, as they call it, overnight. You swung a position, as some people say. You're swinging a position overnight, and it paid off. Hopefully it pays off tomorrow. But again, this is just a good example to help you understand, again, above level, below level, okay, over here, down here, and what price can do there from there. This is how I trade. This is my way of trading in the stock market. Again, I post in my daily server, or in my server daily, Monday through Friday, because the stock market's open Monday through Friday, unless there's holidays. And then I'll normally post an update. Forgot to post an update yesterday, but we made money on NVIDIA. Forgot to post an update the day before, but we made money on those positions as well. And then here's some updates, right? QQQ calls. You can see the upside. We went up above our up level, and it just ripped. This is a perfect day for QQQ, right? This was a couple days ago. And shout out to QQQ for that day. But anyway, so I hope this helps. If you have any questions, just DM me in the private server, and I'd be happy to explain again. God bless, and have a great day.